Officer Mike McClory is led to the witness stand as the man accused of shooting him in the head and leaving him blind watches. McClory, a beloved Mount Vernon cop, was investigating a gang shooting in December of 2016 when he knocked at the door of Ernesto Rivas looking for information. Rivas, a known gang member, was hiding the shooter inside. Surveillance video from that night shows the moment the shot was fired. Rivas contends another gang member pulled the trigger. McClory doesn't remember the actual shooting, but today he said he does remember what it was like to face down death.
Very, very bright, brilliant colors. More colors than you could ever understand. And in the center, there was a very black dot. The dot got larger and larger and larger. I mean, it filled my entire vision. I was trying to understand what that was, and I couldn't tell whether, I was going towards it or it was coming towards me. But I know what that black dot is. That was death. I knew it was.
Also today, the brain surgeon who operated on Officer McClory that night at the Harborview ER testified, and he said that he was convinced McClory was going to die. He calls his survival a miracle, calls McClory an amazing man who, quote, made us all liars that night. At the Skagit County Courthouse, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.